Hello there, Ray here, and welcome back to the oldest vanilla survival server and the oldest technical server, ProtoTech, that crazy server that's trying to farm up every item, block, and mob in the game Minecraft, and holds multiple world records. If you guys are new to the series, check out the full list down below. And today we have some really fun stuff to work on. We're going to be acquiring a bunch of different types of rare blocks. This includes weird blocks that you can get in this version, but in future versions become extremely difficult or even impossible. And at the end of the episode, we're going to make extremely glitched out sand by leaving it in the world for over 3 years. To make this next rare display, we're going to need some chorus, flowers, and some endstone. Okay, that should be everything we need. Let's head over to the zoo. Near the area where we're collecting all of the mobs in the game Minecraft, which we call the zoo, we have this area dedicated to rare blocks and items. And they're in a whole bunch of displays underneath the water. And we're going to be adding in some new ones. We found a new area for a new rare block in Minecraft. We're going to go ahead and clear this out. And we'll make a little building to house the blocks which we're going to showcase. We built a pyramid to house the new rare. Lenny and Kerb are helping. And now we have to remove the water inside of it. Actually build it without the water updating it. Hey, we got it all. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a 5x5 area of coral plant. So you can get coral flower, chorus flower in survival, but you can't get the plant in survival. So the idea is to have this all grow up, and then it's going to produce a lot of plants. And then we're going to carve the plants into a very weird looking shape. It turns out that the glass was too close to them for them to grow, so we're going to raise up the sides. It's kind of funny, or kind of fun. It's like a mini game. That one row there is not growing. Kind of like a tic-tac-toe row or something. Guys, place your bets. Which one's going to grow first?
Lower the glass.
Okay, that one finally went. Really growing, guys. There's only 4 left. Which one do you think will be the last one, guys? There's one in each direction. This way's north. Someone said north in chat. Oh, that's west. And that's just south and
now
east.
Now it's 50-50.
Everybody's trying to use some RNG manipulation, persuade it.
Oh! Yeah, I told you.
All the people that chose east. GG. Oh, a group. That wasn't too bad. Okay, yay. So this is where the tricky part comes in. First, we have to remove all the corners. The corners cause problems. Remove first, and then remove the edges, just outside edges. You can see something's happening here, guys. Then we remove the corners again. So you gotta make sure to remove everything there, and I think we got it, guys.
Yep.
Now we have a floating chorus plant that is all connected to a single piece in the center. Pretty awesome looking. So in future versions, these actually update when you try to build them, which is why we're collecting it now. It looks so strange. Let me look from the outside. That looks so bizarre. It looks like some kind of like sea monster or something in there. Nice. Oh, another display case done. The next display case, which we're going to build up, is kind of a small one. We're going to fit it right over here. The room is built up. Now we're going there and remove the water and build up the display. So the way this one works is we'll have water here going over here. Put a lily pad here, and we'll put a lily pad up against this one. If you try to click a lily pad directly onto this water source, it doesn't work. But if you click it up against this one, you make a budded lily pad. You can't do this in future versions, but if I place a block here, you can see it is budded, and it will update. Pretty cool. It looks like the lily pad actually updates because it is like a plant, and plants in this version pop off with random ticks. But that is removed in 1.13, so this might be one of the things we have to do right before updating. There's actually a pretty easy rare which we can make right now. We'll build up another display case for it. This is going to be a budded trap door. Now some of these rare blocks that we have can actually be replicated in future versions, but it's a lot harder to do it. So it makes sense for us to take advantage of the easy methods in these versions. The way you get glitched out trap doors is you power them. They're sitting upwards. Then you move them, and they're actually budded. Now in this version, they're not budded, but in upcoming versions, you can't do this anymore. You can't do this trick where you power it and then move it. Power it, push it. It's not too clear why they actually removed this from future versions. Probably was accident when they were fixing up some other bugs. But it only applies to iron trapdoors because with the wooden ones you can right click them, or the iron ones you cannot. In future versions you would have to have a power source there all the time to keep them open like this. We decided to put in all 4 types, one for each direction, also moved them up off the ground, so it's pretty obvious that they're not even being powered from down below. It feels really good to be crossing these things off our list. Let's work on the next one. We're going to build in another rare display. This one's not too difficult to build up either. It consists of some glitched out banners and signs using ghost blocks. Now, ghost blocks are usually something that can't really interfere with your game that much, but there are some weird properties of ghost blocks that we can actually take advantage of to make a rare. So this one's gonna be kind of crowded in here. We're building a ghost block generator over here, and then we have our actual display over here. I think about leaving the ghost block generator in there just so we can refer to it in the future. Go ahead and see if we can remove this water. And let's grab materials to make the ghost block generator. So we got the ghost block generator built up. This was designed by one of the ProtoTech members at Example, and you can find this design in the video where we went over the banner converters. I'll have it linked below. Hey, it worked. We got one ghost block here. If I right click it, it vanishes. Ghost block generator is working. You can stand on it because it's client side. And yeah, we can actually push ghost blocks out into the water. So it looks like there's ghost blocks out there in the water, but really there's no blocks out there. If I right click them, they just vanish. That's strange. So to get the banners floating, we actually need to lower down the floor. And that way there's air underneath of the ghost blocks. Glitched out block will be a orange banner. Orange is my favorite color. And then we'll also do a sign. And what should we say on the sign? Okay, hello, there it is. And done. Wait. Now if we right click the rest of these ghost blocks, they vanish. Now we have a floating sign and a floating banner there. We're going to leave this machine here, but we are going to remove blocks we have in the wall. Another exhibit done. It's all enclosed. That's how you can make floating signs in survival just by using ghost blocks. Pretty cool. We're going to head over and help Johnny with a new project. He found a way to make really glitched out sand by having it sit in the world for so long that it gets a negative value. So we want to place it in our spawn chunks because that way they're constantly loaded. The way the glitch works is if the falling sand is constantly loaded, it will obtain strange properties. So we want it to be loaded all the time. Spawn chunks is the place to do it. That's being entity processing chunks, which are the blue colored ones that you see marked out. And I think we also want to maybe put it inside of the bedrock, maybe underneath of this actual color thing, because we can easily break bedrock inside of our spawn chunks, which is normally not possible because we have access to the switch. So this is a good place where we can hide the sand and we don't have to worry about it being disturbed. It has to sit there for at least 3 years. So we found an area where we want to put it in. We're going to have to remove this water and mark it out, and we'll put it down in the bedrock that won't be disturbed for many years. So we finished the bedrock breaking here in the center, gives us plenty of room to place in all the different types of gravity blocks. And this should also give us plenty of room to place in the fences in here, and the sand goes on top of the fences. And then of course we still got room to put in the concrete above it. So the area looks really nice. We're gonna come in here and place in our fence post. And each fence post is going to have some sand on top of it. Concrete or falling block. But when we update to newer versions, we have to make sure there's a block 36 on top of this block that the falling sand cannot be converted. That means we need to make a block 36 generator. So to make block 36, we just tested it. We're going to need a bunch of furnaces and some brewing stands. Let's go grab those materials at the storage system. First, we need to put in the fire. And put the ender crystal.
Yep.
Okay, turn hitboxes and remove the obsidian. And replace it. Oh, I guess I got a block. Okay. And everything else is good to go. Now I'm going to place in a lever here and power it while I'm underneath of it so I don't get damaged too badly. And hopefully everything goes to plan. Give this thing a try. Oh, awesome.
Okay.
So it looks like it worked. We should be able to relog. Yeah, it looks like everything did update. So these are all block 36 on top of this. And this is a method that Smokey and I did with block 36. It looks like these didn't turn out very well. So you can't actually place any blocks above them because there's already technically a block above them. And that is block 36, which is an immovable, invisible, non-colliding block. You can click through it, but you can't place any block there. So we need to remove the pistons and not remove the power source until afterwards.
Cool.
So now we can remove the redstone blocks. We got all the fences spaced out, kind of how we want them, and there'll be the falling blocks on top. But we're a couple short if we want to showcase all the varieties of falling blocks. Okay, we're going to try and make a couple more block 36 by adding them on over here. Might make it look a little bit better. So hopefully this works. I don't want to get blown up by the crystal. I think if I'm underneath of it, it should be fine.
Shoot.
Okay, so let me relog. Don't click on any of them. Oh yeah, that made it a lot more. So we need to get 3 different types of anvils. We need to get some anvils that are broken. So we'll drop them so they get damaged. Okay, I got 2 slightly damaged ones. Let's see if we can get one that's more damaged. Awesome. So we got 3 different types of anvils. And we're going to try to put every single type of gravity block on top of these posts here. We have block 36 above all of them. Let's go ahead and start doing it. We have to drop it from 1 block higher for it to turn into item. Oh, shoot. It's just sitting on top of the block 36. Okay, so we have to go even higher yet.
It's instant fall on.
But we turn instant fall off. There it goes. Okay, so that's loading as an entity. If we do F3 plus B, see they are entities. That's perfect. Exactly what we need. Ones at edges won't be too difficult to do. So let's do our 3 anvils right here. We got all 16 colors of concrete floating on top. We need red sand, normal sand. Also need gravel and dragon eggs. We got normal sand, red sand, gravel, dragon egg. Look at that, guys. Awesome. So now we have all the different types of gravity blocks, and they're all floating on top of fences. We did use netherrack so they wouldn't burn, and there's also block 36 underneath of each of these, meaning that even if we update, they won't drop down into a normal block like they do in 1.15. So that is awesome, guys. We got this display case done. Unlike other display cases, which are in the zoo, this one has to be in spawn chunks in order to keep ticking away at the sand entities data. And just keeps, the number keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
3.5 years, I think.
3.5 years, we'll come back, check up on them.
Yeah.
But it might be cool if we do cover this in bedrock and just have like a little hole, kind of make it like a bedrock vault.
Maybe obsidian, not bedrock.
We have to put bedrock way up here in order to cover it up. I guess we could do obsidian. I almost forgot pink. We put pink, it's over there.
There's, I think when it gets to like 10,000 or something, sand pops off, unless it's on top of a block. It's basically the game keeps log of the amount of time sand is in the game. But once that number gets to the 32-bit inch limit, which will happen in like, well, 3.5 years, it'll turn negative, which basically means you can do anything with the sand and it won't pop off because it's under 10,000.
That's insane. Tune in another 3.5 years.